What's up, everybody? On the last tutorial I showed you about Linux Ubuntu, my introduction of a new version that had just come out. Today, last time I talked to you about, I believe, a game that was very popular at some point in time when I was a little bit younger, and I think it was called the Battle of Wethnoth. Today I want to talk to you about a particular thing that a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, has been asking me for some time, and this is how did I manage to make an image in black and color. So give an example. This is something I had on Facebook where everything looked like in the 1960s, and I had my kids stand out from the rest. It's quite simple, really. I used an application called GIMP, and I have an image here. I had also a duplicate in black and white, as you saw. I deleted it because I needed to show you how to do this as well. So here's here's where the magic starts. I'm gonna go ahead and open GIMP. All right. I had pretty much a couple of docs opened. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab my original image, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the image and I'm going to change the mode to grayscale, and as you can see, it turns it into black and white. Once I'm done with that, I come in and select File, Export As. It used to be it used to be Save As, but now it's the option is Export. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it Test2, and I'm gonna export the image and give it a good quality of 100%. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna discard those changes, and I'm gonna grab my original one. And this will be my first layer, but then I'm going to drop the black layer on top. As you can see, so I got my color layer. If I were to move it up top, everything changes to the color one, but I need it to be at the bottom. The layer needs to be at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the black and white layer, and then I'm going to gradually add some kind of configuration to this one layer, and I'm going to add transparency, and I believe it's called, give me 1 second here, add alpha channel. Once I add alpha channel, I use the eraser tool, which is this one right here. I need my other dock to get an idea. So I use opacity of 100, and then the size of 107. You can go smaller for smaller edges, but 107 a little bit, depends on how much part you're covered. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover, I won't focus too much on the clothing material, but more about the faces, and give you an example how this looks. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to enlarge. So as you can see, you can grab the edges. So basically what I'm doing is I'm erasing around the image, and it's basically leaving up the color edge on the back, basically revealing the color edge of the back. Okay. You're so lucky that you have him. It is a lot of work. You know, you gradually have to go, little by little to get the most, and you have to be very careful how you're doing this. I really wish I could help you find your father. So as you can see, now if I really wanted to focus on my little girl here, and I wanted her to bring the color, then I'm gonna have to bring most of the color that she has. Bring some life to that. So as you can see, this is how you start developing the ultimate look. And see here I have my son. And if I wanted to give him a little bit of that. You know what? I'm gonna cancel that part out.
appointed a new branding. There's only room for one dominatrix in
It
this
is
village.
so much
Maybe
work
some
doing
missing
this,
too? I
believe
don't
it.
think so.
There's sometimes I have to kind of step out a little bit of
Obviously, we didn't
boundary.
do our
I don't want to
homework
get the most of
well.
that. You see, I got some of the green there, and if I want to increase the outcome, I can basically just
Off topic.
zoom in.
Obviously, we need to find a
I
surrogate
think it's
we can
control.
Someone we can watch over day and
Let's see,
night.
1 second here to see control.
Who's desperate for money.
I guess not. Well, let me see view. If I want to zoom in, let's see. I think it's says here that it's 5. I don't know about that. Let me see. Let me try. Whoa, that's a lot. Let's do 4 instead. Let's do 1. Okay, so that's all right. So as you can see, I went off a little bit there. I don't want to do that. So it is a lot of work, especially if you don't want to go off the line, which it seems like I've done a lot of that already.
Maybe after the show, the princess can come to my place and the dragon can...
Guys, we're on this line.
Oh, sorry, Poppy.
It is a lot of work. My son has elbow. Too much. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the clothing part.
Our top 10 designers to watch. It's not over yet. I'm sure you've heard by now we're doing something a little different this year. Well, here it is. Welcome to Mode's alternative runway show. See, fashion isn't just for size zeros. It's for the school teacher in breakneck.
Turn on the camera. Interspeed.
The cashier, D'Agostino's.
This is unbelievably hard.
Beauty truly is one size that does fit all.
So
Sexy and hot, big women out there, and I do say that with love. Oh, you ready? Yes, sir. Let's do it, man.
So I'm gonna go ahead and reduce myself here and work on this portion here. This is a lot of work. I find me constantly trying to kind of change my tools. See how I started kind of going off the edge a little bit there? That's like a no-no there. Okay, so let me show you a trick to this. So basically I go ahead and enhance the image, and then what I do is I reduce a tad bit and I'm sure that there might be a more intelligent way of how to do this. People will tell you, use Photoshop or whatever, but in a way, I don't know why, I kind of enjoy this on my free time when I do stuff like this, because it kind of feels in a sense that I'm being very creative with some things. I don't know if I feel like I will get that very same experience if I were to be using Photoshop. But as you can see, the image itself, it's revealing itself on the back, and it kind of, you just kind of have to be very smooth. It's almost like, you're grabbing like a real paintbrush, and you slightly going around, trying to get that nice detailed view. I don't know if I really want to go through all my my legs and all the stuff like that, being so pale and everything,
Real women, real bodies.
but at least add myself some color, because within my family people always criticize me for looking too white or something like that. At least put some color on myself. I think that's my kneecap there. The worst thing that people want to see is their kneecap. But and here's my little girl's feet. And this one here. Little toes, little toes. Lots of work, lots of work. That finger, I'm gonna have to go smaller now, as you can see. Just for that little finger of hers. Lots of work. Let's see what's going on so far. Let's shrink this up a little bit. And so far, I'm gonna have to increase my size again on this. Now, bear in mind that I'm doing this really fast. I'm doing it really fast because I don't want to use too much minutes in this. This takes a very long time to upload. Okay. And there's my son here.
It was always my idea to bring the healthy models out later in the show. Save your best for last.
Great. See the little shade of blue? I'm gonna have to enlarge again here.
Those women were gross. Really fat and disgusting. We're gonna go find a real fashion show with like skinny models.
And then work over a little bit
They
towards
were
his
totally
hand.
fat and disgusting. Let's go, you guys.
Alright, let me reduce this tool again.
I think the press is saying this is our best show ever.
Of course, Alexis is taking all the credit.
You know what? I don't care.
It's funny. I'm growing.
That's great. Maybe I'm happy for you.
Hey, what's the matter?
Nothing, it's just...
Quick, we have 30 seconds before Lindsay notices we're gone.
All right.
I thought your Real Girls show didn't totally suck.
Really?
Yeah. So, who picks all the clothes? That seems like a cool job.
Oh, that's the fashion editor. Listen, if you ever want to talk about
Lindsay's looking. She'll call you. Bye, friend.
Bye. Stay in school. Don't do drugs.
What was that?
Not really sure what message we're going for here. I'm just trying to be a supporter. Did good though, didn't we?
Yes. And I just want to say, on behalf of all the girls who are over 60,
Hold on, guys. My wife is asking me something. Honey?
thank you, Daniel.
With the sweaters, okay.
It's my pleasure.
A la laundry.
Washing them at night like that? Okay.
So, I was thinking, all the models in our magazine, they're like under 20.
So they're washed, but you want me to put them in the dryer?
Sí, que estoy
Okay.
sacando una ropa, métalo ahí ahorita que se le seque. Está mojado.
Alright, guys. So it seems like I'm being asked to take care of some tasks. So I'm gonna have to put this on hold for some other time. I'm sorry if this disappoints you. I can do this some other time. But for now, just to give you an idea of what's going on here. So you see, this is how I did this, and hopefully you'll get the hang of it. You follow that pattern, and you know you might end up getting the end product. But I won't go more into detail, as I said anyways in the beginning, because it takes a lot of work, and this is going to dedicate a lot of minutes. Okay then, adios, bye bye.